Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nursery, a podcast from Ohio's Creative Voice. My name is Lee Boyle, and I'm a small-town Ohio resident. The podcast, first and foremost, serves as a platform to keep you in touch with the endeavors of Third Class and Bullskit Productions, music and comedy from Ohio. These are two organizations I am proud to be a part of. Third Class is an indie pop music group based in Ohio. Go to thirdclass.net and check out the colorful vinyl of our album Hymns from Some Small Town and the kitschy design of our Forever Youngstown t-shirt. Both available for order online, mailed to your doorstep for very reasonable prices. Explore our documentaries, music videos, show dates, and digital downloads on thirdclass.net, the site to keep connected with Ohio's sloppy pop trio, Third Class. Secondly, do you have an offset sense of humor? Do you find yourself laughing at inappropriate things from time to time? Then go to bullskit.com and check out the low-budget, campy, hilariously off-the-wall skits of Ohio's quirky comedy troupe, Bullskit Productions. In addition to Third Class and Bullskit, Nursery finds me, the host Lee Boyle, exploring the personalities of Ohio through associated music, poetry, comedy, and most importantly, conversation. If you happen to have an interest in what goes on in the nooks and crannies of artistic Ohio, especially in the Northeast area, Nursery is for you. Listen to this episode and others, the multitude of them available at bullskit.com and thirdclass.net, and delve into a rotating cast of Ohioans and beyond. They give you their take on art, culture, jokes, spirituality, childhood, and much more. Inspired by the ramblings of the Smodcast Network, Nursery is about demeanor, mood, atmosphere, and off-the-cuff talk. Therefore, in the spirit of spontaneity, Nursery will always remain, much like Third Class and Bullskit, sloppy, homemade, and candid. We are building a small scene in Ohio, and we hope you'll join us. Nursery is sponsored by the Orange Avocado, raw, vegan, gluten-free desserts. Check them out on Facebook. Also, sponsored by the Speaking of Music Show, an audio editorial program that dives deep behind the curtain, taking on questions about the new music of today while we're rewinding back to yesteryear. Check them out on YouTube. We have another sponsor this episode, Tabara Productions. Tabara Productions is a full-service advertising agency / video production company, specializing in commercials, branded content, short films, documentaries, and music videos. They provide video, graphic design, media buying, and web design services for national, regional, and local clients. Like them on Facebook at facebook.com/Tabara Productions. That's facebook.com/TABBARA Productions. Or follow them on Instagram at Tabara Productions. And the website is tabaraproductions.com, TABBARA Productions.com. I'd like to extend my gratitude to Tabara Productions for returning as a sponsor. I know personally that they do great work. We need sponsors to fund our tours, comedic endeavors, and podcast promotion. So if you have a local organization or business and you're interested in sponsoring an episode of Nursery, email me at cloegrave@gmail.com. That's CHLOEGRAVE@gmail.com. It's cheap, easy, and great promotion to a great demographic. Nursery is not appropriate for people who are under the age of 18. Thanks for listening.
It's cold in this neck of Ohio tonight, and the style is right for a sad winter song. I feel lost like a speck in a pile out of sight, and though I try with all might, I just don't feel that strong. As we walk through a field trekking on snowy dirt, my eyes start to hurt trying to see a smile. And we talk about fears making our story short. You are scared to get shot, your bravery goes for miles. And there's more miles to go as we walk the train tracks. I think we lost the rain back in the woods we just hiked. And the store signs can glow as you walk sidewalk cracks. I think we lost the town back trading street lamps for kites.
Hey guys.
Hey guys!
Hey guys. This is Stamps.com. This is Lee Boyle. Steve. You guys didn't want to get some water first?
Can you talk louder?
I'm Steve Boyle.
I'm Greg Allison.
I am Craig Bennett.
I'm Peppy.
And I am here with my friends to talk to you today. We just played ping pong. I won again.
No, you didn't. I'm pretty sure Lee won.
Yeah, Lee won.
No, my name's Craig, and I won.
Oh,
again.
it's his birthday. Craig won.
It's the day after my birthday, therefore I deserve to win because that was the day I was born.
Craig turned
Yesterday.
31 yesterday.
Yesterday.
We're going to take him out and buy him a double cocktail of vodka, whatever.
God, is that what am I getting exactly?
The
We're gonna buy him a glass of alcohol.
A double cocktail of vodka, whatever.
Double cock?
Tail. Scotch on
Tail.
the rocks with a twist, shaken, not stirred.
Oh,
He likes Jack and Coke and Anna and Nana and
And we are here to talk about old stories that we can think up right now. What are they?
dude, I think on the last little group podcast we did, I
That was a good story.
blew my load on all the stories I had. I
Dude,
told
no,
all of them.
that's the tip of the iceberg. It's just hard to find the spot for them. We told like a poop story and like
I told a poop story.
Poop stories are always good.
and we
Poop
told
stories are always good.
we told
Poop
a story
stories
of
are
going
prom?
classic.
short bus prom.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
It's a good one.
One time we went to a prom in our town, our hometown, and we got to rent a small one of those like Head Start school buses from a friend, right?
Short bus.
Short
Yes.
bus. And
Head
I
Start
prefer
bus.
the term head start.
Head Start bus, crippled bus,
Okay. Wow.
retarded bus.
Okay. I just
was
said
gonna
in my
say
head,
it,
I was like, who's
Brian.
going to say it? Who's going to fucking say the R word?
An R word bus.
Who's gonna F and say the retard word?
Right.
So I was their chauffeur. I was out of high school, and I was chauffeuring. Doesn't matter who it is, but a couple of these dudes that are in this group were there. Bless you. And they had their dates, and we drove around in that bus for a while with our friends. Yeah, Bree, Carly, a few other friends, all Ohio people. And we did the thing where we pulled out the little stop sign before we hit the train tracks and waited. And I did my dumb thing where I was like, "Everybody, shut up! We're at the train tracks," and it was fun.
Good.
bet that
Great.
was fun.
Grand. Get on the bus.
Yeah. Did every reference that we could think of. Yeah, I realized later, though, that buses don't put the stop signs out at the train tracks. They just stop to double check that there's not a train coming because of how large it is.
But,
No,
We
they
just,
put it
like,
out.
Sometimes you do.
No,
Yeah, they
a
put-
lot
I
of
when they
times,
open
a lot
the
of
door, it
times
does
when
it
you open
automatically.
yeah, it does it automatically.
Oh, okay.
They don't have to. It's just one.
That's
word.
a common misconception.
Pepe's gone.
I'm glad that I got to the point of it. Yeah, I was just going to say, too, are we allowed to leave during this? Cool.
Pepe just left the podcast.
We didn't let
We're
him hear
down
anyway.
to 4 people now.
We talked a different podcast. We talked about how we walked underneath the train tracks through the little tubes that were the little tunnels under the tracks and went in the sewers. Do you guys have, you and Greg have any stories about like weird things you did like after school or after? I know you were homeschooled, but like, you know, like things you did when Greg was done where you'd like go under the train over the train tracks or go like.
Yeah, we
just
should
other
have
way-
some
other
crazy
ways
like
you go to in
mischief
town?
stories.
Our woods, like the fire we had in our woods that one time, when we camped in my woods.
right,
That was
yeah,
cool.
that was
You guys, you were there too.
Yeah, a large group of
Craig, did you
of
come
us.
out for that? Yeah.
I don't.
I don't think he did.
I don't think
But
so.
what, Brandon and Derek? Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
people you wouldn't expect to come were the ones out of there.
Oh, Pepe was there for a second, too. That's when Pepe was managing that house. Or the
The apartment
Apartments,
complex.
yeah, that's
apartment
right.
complex, yeah.
Yeah. and
Yeah, I remember me.
And
So we all-
what Brandon was, too, I think.
We all went out
yeah.
to the woods in East Palestine, Ohio, and illegally just started burning a campfire in the middle of the woods, and we were completely visible to a large portion of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we set a tent up, we cut down like trees, and we like got kindling and made
And
a
we
fire.
weren't like drinking or smoking or anything like that too. Like we,
Yeah.
you know, it wasn't some like, we're at letting. Well, we did like let loose, but
It was
really
just
was
we
just
had a
us
lot of
hanging out.
caffeine and
Yeah.
which we
Energy
did a lot
drinks.
in those times.
Yep.
I did a lot of energy drinks when I was younger. Really glad I got away from this stuff though.
And the majority, basically all of us here all make skits on bullskit.com. And so a lot of the stories that we are saying, they're not fake. We're just that weird in real life, and our lives are skits. And so, like, we make these weird fires in the woods. We walk around on the train, under the
Our
train
life
tracks.
is art.
Our life is art. And yeah, I think I mentioned on a different episode that Pappy and I used to go down under the train tracks all the time, and
Down by the corner.
we saw a kid under there that wore a large brown T-shirt, and he always was like, "I sexed your girlfriend, I sexed your girlfriend." And he was smoking a cigarette, and he was like 9 years old. But
I think I know who you're talking about.
Very normal.
yeah, I knew you knew who he was.
It was very typical in East Palestine.
I don't.
Which kid do you think it
9-year-old.
is?
You never saw that kid.
No, I never saw that guy.
Remember if I even actually.
He always wore a large
Is it that
brown
one redhead
T-shirt.
kid that was like
And
always stupid?
his pants, he had short shorts on, so it looked like he was just wearing a shirt with no pants. And he was smoking, and he was probably seriously 9. And he was like, "I sexed your girlfriend, guys." He'd talk trash to
You would
us
say,
from
"I
across.
sex your
Yeah,
girlfriend."
I sexed your girlfriend. And he'd talk
fantastic.
trash to us
Past tense.
across the train. Like it'd be like we'd be on one side of the tracks and he'd be on the other. So apparently that was some sort of barrier.
So did you really sex your girlfriend?
Yeah.
So,
You guys know that was me, right? That was me. I just looked like I was 9 years old back then.
Yeah.
Back then.
Shut up, Steve.
Oh yeah, Craig and I used to go to the largest fair, Canfield Fair, largest state fair, or largest county
hold
fair,
on.
whatever.
It's
A lot of people in the United States have heard of it, Canfield Fair, and
It's like the largest county fair. I think.
yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
And then Craig and I would always go. Come here, Craig.
Hey, Corey, you just entered our podcast. Corey Foster just entered our group podcast. What's
here,
up,
man.
Corey? Come on, join the circle. Get in here.
Oh, I really shouldn't have done this.
I know. I was like,
No, it's
oh
not
great.
good.
Someone
Corey's
should have
gonna
yelled
love to
at
be
the stairs
here.
as I was walking
We
down and be
finished
like,
talking
"Don't
about
do
you
it."
already. It's okay.
Okay.
It's all good.
I did think of that. Maybe at one point, one of us should leave at a time too, so that everyone can talk about that person too.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe we should do that.
And then we can paint our toenails.
Did you guys really talk
afterwards.
about me?
No. No, we didn't.
we don't care about you that much.
That's good.
What's your name again?
But Craig and I always went to Canfield Fair, and for years he got in under the 12-year-old discount price way after the fact. Remember that?
Yeah, only till I was like 16 or something.
Oh yeah, it wasn't that long, was it? Because we didn't
That's
go
still 4
till
years.
17,
Discounts.
18, 31.
18. My teen years. I mean, your early 20s are part of your teen years, right?
Yeah.
Good college years.
I hope at 31 you like don't get carded anymore by this point.
You know what? It's funny you bring that up. I was where was I at? The last time I was out with my friend Patrick up in Cleveland at a bar.
You have other friends than us?
Yeah.
I mean, I was sitting alone, thinking, hoping you guys were there with me at this bar,
Right. So,
and
yeah.
I got a drink. It's like, oh, obviously he's gonna card me after I ordered the drink, and the guy totally didn't card me. It's like, I know I
Is
got
that one of
like
the
a lot
first
of.
times?
Oh yeah, I get carded all the time. It's like, that's awesome. And then I was getting another drink, and the guy came back, and he was like, well, I know I gave you a drink already, so I should just give you this one, but can you just show me your ID? It's like, what?
Because of the beard that you didn't get carded? Since you have
No,
facial
it was like a Jack and Diet, but who cards you like in the middle of already serving you a drink? Like, what?
hair. Because the beard.
Oh, the beard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did that make a difference?
Because
Oh, no.
I'd been carded since
Before
then.
with it.
Yeah. How lame
What
is
do you-
that, huh, Corey?
What do you think he would do if you didn't have an ID? Would he just like swipe
Can I
it right
have
out of your
that
hand?
That's what I was wondering. Like, did he?
He should
Yeah,
have
I don't
tested the
know.
waters and just told him no at first and see what happened.
Yeah.
I should have said, "Oh, you got me, bud. You got me."
Because I believe we were at one of those places with Steve, and they just happened not to card him, right? Wasn't that, remember, a couple years back?
Yeah.
You were under 21.
Yeah.
what was that
Well,
place?
there's been
Winking, not
times-
Winking Lizard, but across the street in Coventry.
Well, something I thought of those freaking when we went to open mic night once.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what, we were like 19 or something, and I was able to get a drink at the bar by holding my ID in my hand as if I was
Yeah.
going to
nice.
hand it to him.
Yeah.
And like
Right.
they kind of saw that and were like,
Yep.
"Oh no, you're good." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool." And
I've seen that happen where I've had it
Yeah.
out and they just
it was fun.
they won't even really look at it. They kind of see you holding it.
Yeah. One time I got one, it was a week before I turned 21, and I showed her my ID, and
Close enough.
she like looked at it for a second, looked back at me, definitely hesitated, and then was like, "Oh, you just made it," and I was like, "Yep."
Oh no.
Yeah. So like, I don't even
You
know
failed
what I was
mascot.
like hoping for. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like I was gonna say, "Oh, I'm not 20." Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm not.
This
Like,
is
it wasn't gonna
probably a
pass.
terrible thing to admit, but whenever I serve drinks to people and I ask them for their ID, if they show me their ID, I just assume they're old enough and I don't actually look at it.
I think that happens.
It's like,
a
oh,
lot.
that's an interesting vertical
You're
ID.
fired.
Here you go.
Dude, when I was a server, I checked every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And I
check
just
for
like,
real?
Oh yeah, check for real every time.
I'm usually just
people
like in
do
a
what you're
hurry and I'm
talking
like,
about.
if you're showing it to me, you're probably 21.
I got carded Quaker earlier today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I turned 25.
Sometimes
in
I'll
2
get
weeks.
carded for cigarettes more often than alcohol. Sometimes.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Strange.
I knew it was a real shame, but we went to see Sam Goodwill in Youngstown, and Jack did the thing where he brought his girlfriend who was 19 or 20 at the time, 20 maybe, and he was so presumptuous as to them looking for her ID.
When was this?
This was probably a month, or whenever she was here.
January.
Yeah, January.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think this was his move, totally his wrong move, but he was so presumptuous that when we walked in, he was like, I don't know if they're going to ID you. And then when we walked in, he was like, do you need to see her ID? You know, like he jumped the gun and like got nervous. I'm embellishing a bit, but whatever he did, he was real direct with the person instead of trying to just walk by.
Right.
Like he could.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, and then he was really, really quick to say, well, we'll never get in. Lee, can you drive us back to my car? I'll go home. And I was like, let's try going in the other door. And he was like, no. And then like, I drove him back home. He went back to his car. We had a great night still. It was great. But then I went back to the venue, and what do you think happened? I walked in without getting ID'd.
Yeah, right. Of course.
And I went and looked at the back door, and no one was there with taking money or IDs. So it could have been her getting in for free to see a show without paying, without being ID'd, and probably drinking.
Why do you,
Not that I want to pull one over on anyone, but she was
Why would
from
he have been
Australia.
so
Yeah.
obsessed about it? Why do you think he was like, oh,
Paranoia. I
Youngstown
guess,
is
yeah.
usually very tight on
Oh,
like new
really?
venue. Well, there's so many times where venues have been shut down on that basis that people
Yeah.
sometimes,
okay.
especially
That's
for
happened in Ken a lot,
yeah,
too.
especially for like weekend shows with large amounts of people, they're like, no ID, don't they'll kick you. I've seen a bunch of people get kicked out of our shows for giving their sister a sip of their drink and like little things, and, like stuff like that. Not
Yeah, but that was like their 3-year-old sister.
yeah.
A little different.
A little bit.
I've been being ID'd since I was like 3. That's not as funny as your thing.
Well,
They don't
when
even have a sister.
I was younger, I just always got into all the bars I went to from you guys' shows, though. So I feel like, there'd be times where I would be in there, obviously not old enough, and don't have the wristband that
Right,
everyone
yeah.
has on.
Brandon's mom took me into one of your shows once, too, at Cedars.
That's right.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, some places say you can bring your parents in. First time we played at a place called Cedars Lounge in Youngstown, my brother Jack was 15, I was 17, and Peppy was 17. And we played a show there, and then our brother Steve came in, and he was
I would have been like 12.
11 or 12, yeah. And it was like we all got there, and they were like, "What? We didn't know you were this young." Well, I guess we booked you. Go ahead, as long as your mom's here with you. And our mom was there, and so that was like the
But then,
beginning
like,
of playing
afterwards,
shows.
they were like, don't come back for like 3 years.
did you guys not come back?
No,
Go
we
back
came
there
back.
for a long
We
time?
came back, but we always did it on the backs of somebody. Like somebody else would be like, "These guys are open for us, by the way," and then
Oh.
we get ushered in. And we just load in kind of early so that they wouldn't be like, "Yeah, let me see your
Weird.
ID." Yeah, which is odd because none of us really strike you as the type of kids that would hang out in bars early on in our lives. It's not like big. We've been hanging out at bars our whole life, man.
Yeah.
But we do, and we have.
And we will.
Yeah.
We're alcoholics. Well, I'm an alcoholic.
Hi.
Yeah, you are.
I'm Greg, and I'm an alcoholic.
No, you're Lee.
I thought, I was going to say, I thought
He's
you
an
were-
He
alcoholic.
doesn't know because he's drunk.
He's drunk. Are you drunk?
I'm too
Lee,
drink
or,
to drunk.
or Greg?
I heard some old cassettes of me and my brothers and cousin when we were younger, and I couldn't tell for the life of me who was who because they was all just high little boys' voices. and it was like, "Hi, Steve. Hi,
Wait.
Jerry. Hi,
You were all
Jack.
high?
Hi, Lee." We were all high on weed.
We grew up in bars and
Jazz on the jazz cigarettes.
We grew up in bars and got high when we were kids. But do you think, and this is a dumb question because probably not, but do you think that 30 years from now, if we're lucky enough to be kicking and be relatively healthy, that we'll listen to
What's that
this
supposed
and
to
be
mean?
like, "Who's that? They're all just young man's voice." You know,
I can't tell them apart.
yeah, because you and me sound kind of a little bit similar sometimes, like once in a
Yeah,
while, not
that's
always,
true.
but just
On
a little.
the, on the
I
phone,
think-
especially, or something.
Or do you think it was more just
I
like
think we'll be
little
like,
babies?
oh,
like-
our voices were distinct back then, and now we just all sound
Now we
like
all
old
sound.
guys.
Yeah.
That's probably a smarter way to look at it. It's full circle. When you're very, very young, everybody sounds like this. And when you're very, very old, everybody sounds like Jack. Where there's like, hey, who was that? Was that us when we were little? That's how we all sound.
Really, it's not even going to be a full conversation. One of us will be like, "Oh, what's this?"
It'd be one of us talking to the wall.
Dude, I can do a Stimpy
Walk
impression.
past the mirror and be like, "Was that Steve?"
Steve's been dead for 30 years. He died right after they made that podcast that one time that we just listened to.
Well, as this being my last word,
Yeah,
I guess I
right.
should take this a little bit more seriously.
Was that Steve? Can you guys do impressions?
No.
I can
Do I
Stimpy.
have to bust out my impression?
Yeah, do your crusty impression real quick.
Oh, the one I was failing to do.
Yeah.
The crusty the Collins.
Yeah, do that. Perfect. Okay, now do an English. Now do an English accent.
Oh God. But I'm gonna work up to it.
Say like tea. And
Give me a line. I need a line.
Say I'd like some tea and crumpets.
I like some tea and crumpets, please.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Okay.
That was actually, guys. That was me. I
Very
did that.
impartial.
It was not the British guy that we just brought into the podcast.
Now do a
Those are
Scottish accent. And just say something about like kilts or something. Say I'm Scottish.
I'm Scottish.
Nice.
I like tea and crumpets like the English guy.
That was perfect.
Okay, now do an English accent.
I don't know what that is.
Hello, governor.
What were you gonna say?
Dude, that was a million
I was
times
gonna
worse
say,
than anything I've ever done.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can do crusty. Okay. Oh, hey kids, it's Krusty. I just kind of have to yell. I can
Dude,
do
yours was
Stimp-
worse than mine. That's better. That's better.
and then I can do Stimpy. Oh, Ren! And then I can do Ren because everybody can do Ren. Stimpy. Yeah, that's easy.
I don't think I can do that.
Stimpy.
Stimpy!
Not everybody can do.
Stimpy!
Hey, Ren.
You know why I
Can you
realized
do
like
Stimpy in any sentence other than just "Hey, Ren"?
Oh, what else does he even say?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering if that's
Maybe
like
not.
your one trick pony.
yeah, he sings that. No, I can't do happy. Yeah, you're right. I can't do it other than just saying the word Ren.
Well, at least you got that down so well.
you know I kind of realized why I can't do impressions at all though. Because I can't hear any. I'm half deaf, so
Right.
I can't hear. I'm probably not
What?
even hearing it right.
Right.
And then I can't hear myself when I'm saying it back.
What'd he say?
But see, to me, well, maybe you're right. Because I was gonna say,
I think I'm not picking up on some of like the small inflections or whatever is being said in a
Yeah.
accent.
Some people
I don't
don't
think
have
it's-
the
All
range,
you guys'
but
impressions
we're very good.
dead on. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Bill Hader over there? Because I couldn't tell.
But some people don't have the range, or some people just hear it the way they want to hear it and add the mannerisms they want to. So I figured that
But you
your
kinda-
impressions would
Yeah.
be just as off as
You
anybody's.
still have to
'cause-
hear what it is originally
Yeah,
to
I
begin
guess
with
you're
to do
right,
that.
yeah.
And I don't hear that.
Right.
I mean, even with songs, though, it's hard for me to like start singing it back. So
Right.
I don't really.
I'll listen back to this. I'm like, man, I really don't know how to do those impressions. That doesn't sound like Stimpy at all.
Do your Severus Snape.
Samuel Snoop. Harry, this is Snoop. I'm Samuel. I'm an English guy that has a sock in his throat.
That's pretty good.
10 points from Gryffindor.
10 points from Gryffindor.
Yeah, maybe you should lead with that one and not the
That's
Stewie one.
And I could do a Stewie one. No, I can't. I can't.
No, you can't.
I'm not even
Nobody
gonna do
can.
it. No, they can't.
Everybody thinks they can.
Yeah.
Blast.
That was the worst one.
No, I can't do Stewie. Hey, Lois, diarrhea. I could do like what Peter sounded like in
Cleveland.
1999.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the first season, Peter.
Yeah. The balloon symbol is an international symbol for party over here.
Yeah, you sound like Cleveland now.
Kind of. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
he
I
did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, okay, well, then I got that one then.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah, they all sound really bad when I hear them back. I know.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound like Kermit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do Linda Belcher.
Is that?
You wanna watch Bob's Burgers?
No. Go. Can you do that?
No.
Wait,
That's a random.
Yeah.
She's always like, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a terrible
It's gonna be
podcast.
a disgusting sound on there.
Does that make
Now
us
everyone just like use your imagination what that was.
It was urine.
so much dead air silence, guys? Mm-hmm. Have that.
We are good at this podcast thing. I quit.
You want that to be the end? Is that any other stories before I turn it off?
Dude, I told you, I blew
blew
my
your
load
load.
on all my
I can't think of
stories,
one story.
Nothing. You guys, Steve and Greg stories.
So when we were in Cleveland the other night, or last week, I had you guys' third class show, which was a great show. It was at this place in Cleveland. It was in the basement of a bowling alley. It's excellent. Girl Chris from Pasta Coach, great band, check them out. She came up to me and was like, Steve, the last time I saw you, not only have you grown and hit puberty since then. She didn't say that, but she didn't need to. But anyway, she was like, last time I saw you, you had me do a cap stand.
Oh, yeah.
And,
That was awesome.
And I actually had forgotten about it because Peppy, what I thought of was 10 years ago that she was going to reference when like you, me, and her were running across the snow piles
yeah.
and stuff, or like because there's like 10 feet
Oh
of
yeah,
snow.
there was like one of those winters that like we just had where there was like tons of snow, and in like the Shop Suburban Park, like there are all these parking lots that connect, and they were just all plowed, and they plowed all the snow to the middle, like this one giant line of mountains of snow in the middle, and me, Steve, and Chris Mills like ran across the top of them, and it was like we were like running as fast as we could, and we kept like falling and like cutting our hands and stuff.
Yeah, just, like we like fell into these like different caves. It was crazy, and there was like salt and dirty snow everywhere. It was awesome. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I definitely remembered that, but I had forgotten about the cap stand, which must have been like 5 years ago, and then
Explain
the snow
that, by
plow
the
thing
way.
was the snow thing was like 10 years ago. Yeah, what is that a New Year's Eve?
Yeah, that was New
and-
Year's at the Ware home, like had to be
Right.
like 5 years
And we were
ago.
going back and forth from your guys' place. I thought that we had her do it there. Who do we have do a cap stand in the house? I can't
You did one.
remember. Did it?
Maybe it was
Can't remember.
Aaron, maybe?
Can we explain what a cat?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
let's
that's
do
really
that.
important.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it that someone else did it.
Wait, I don't even know what it is, but I could venture a guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone holds you up and does a handstand while you drink out of a bottle cap.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
You're really good.
anybody listening who knows what a keg stand is, imagine that with just a cap full of alcohol beverage, whatever it is,
Like
Yeah.
the cap's filled up all the way.
all the way.
Oh, so
So
you're
it's
messing
pretty
around.
intense.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Like make sure like the foam's out.
Yeah. How did we like come up with that idea though? I
'Cause
thought
of
we were
your
making fun of
sister,
Melissa.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because she like.
You want
Oh.
to tell this?
Oh god.
Go ahead.
Tell
Who told us the story though? Like, Cheeks or something?
Really?
I
don't
can't remember. Someone told one of us, I think, about my sister like having like to Mike's Hard Lemonades and getting tipsy at a party.
Oh
or
yeah, that's
something.
what it was. And then we exaggerated.
Oh
that
yeah, we
into-
over exaggerated that she just had
Was
a
that
cap
what it
full.
did? Yeah,
she had a cap full of Mike's Hard and got drunk and started killing people and
And she was like, Greg, one time I drank a cap full of Mike's Hard. Don't tell anyone. Like, it's like,
Yeah,
that was the joke.
And then we used. Wait, do we like ever turn that around to like Two's Freaking, or no? It's just a separate.
I guess not. It seems
like
like we
excuse
should have
for
like been
material.
like, is somebody doing caps? But I guess the way you turned it around was, yeah, you made that girl Chris do it. You were like,
Yeah.
hey,
yeah.
do you drink out of this cap right here? That's wild. And you guys probably acted like it was hilarious.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, check out this thing that's really cool. Check out how excited I am about it.
Cap stands.
Cup stands.
Yeah. Those are a lot of good times at those wear home parties, though.
Yeah.
And to explain
cool.
that, where home, not that it needs explained, but it's just warehouse that someone lives in
Yeah.
the Youngstown area that they had these weird parties at.
It was really cool because it had like a wooden floor, so it was like a good dance floor,
Yeah.
and they always had like a good DJ like set up and everything, and it got like really hot all the time. But that's how any party.
Hot in there. But it
That's
was,
how any party is, though.
it was nice though because it was like no rules in the house. Like we would regularly
Yeah.
stay up till like 5 o'clock in the morning shooting, like making beer can pyramids and shooting them with BB guns. And like,
Yeah.
I remember one night Erin was like, there, she was probably pretty drunk, and she
Probably.
let Dennis shoot one off of her head.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
Whoa.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just gained like
I wouldn't have even like
I
been
gained
in that
respect
same
for
room
Aaron.
as that was going on.
It was like generally, wasn't it like
Oh my
everybody
God.
shooting BB guns in their underwear? In
Yeah,
the
the
house?
rule was that you had to at least have your shirt off. So
Yeah, which included Aaron was always like top.
Well, Erin, at the moment she walked in the door, her shirt was off.
Oh, this leads me. Let me just touch on this. Here's a good story. Me and a couple of the people that are here now doing the podcast, and like 5 or 6 other friends, all went to a cabin last year, and we got into a hot tub, and basically everybody got naked.
And like, who would have thought? I
Wait,
thought we would have been too
Yeah.
old to do that at this point.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't
No, no,
like
you and me weren't there.
it,
I
was,
wasn't
it wasn't
there
like
either.
we
Oh, yeah.
actually thought it was cool to be naked.
No,
we just
nobody
thought it
had
was
this in
funny.
their head.
Yeah.
It just
So
happened.
it was like
It was like one or I think Erin started it. I think
Yeah.
her like
Of
her bathing
course.
suit came off because
Yeah,
when
Erin's
she's in
always
water, I mean, she just can't be bound.
and we were like, guys, let's get everybody in the hot tub naked.
And like, so there were what, like 10
Check
of
out
us,
how
and then
excited
it
I
was
am
a
about
six-
it.
It was a 6-person hot tub, and then half of us ended up
Hot tub
getting
orgy.
hot tub rash.
Yeah.
Because Lee refilled the hot tub with all the water that had fallen out of it. He refilled it with a garbage can. He would just poured like this national park tap water into a garbage can out of the sink and was just like pouring it back
Well,
into
somebody
the hot tub.
told not to try to get out of it, but somebody told me it didn't have. Somebody said it had to do with the temperature.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, yeah,
I
not
just
to try
assumed
to-
it was like the garbage
Totally
can.
weird that I did that. No, no question. But
It probably
but
was just the temperature.
Somebody just said that if you're in water that long with that temperature, it just does
Oh,
that to
maybe.
you.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I
it's
don't
totally
know. But
weird
what
that I
was
used
the
the garbage can.
I mean, and
But
then
whatever,
also all
it's
the
too
sweat
hot.
too. Though no, because like
Well, yeah, I was
the
gonna say,
next
like, your
morning when we went
sheds
out there,
and
and then
Yeah,
Aaron and
exactly.
Joe went to go get in it, and they turned it on. The whole porch smelled like feet so
Right.
bad. Like the water reeked. Like something was wrong with that
Yeah.
water. It was probably just like that we all
because you guys'
sweated in
bodies were
Yeah.
just in it.
It was just like
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
But it was,
was
it was
rancid.
all very much gross.
I really think the garbage
How
can
does-
had something to do with it.
Garbage can, our sweat, and the temperature all were
I
probably
gotta
weird.
go back though.
And the jizz,
How
I
does-
assume.
How does everyone get like too accustomed
They're all
to
naked in
taking?
a hot tub.
Because
it
under
was
no
dark.
circumstance would I have done that. I would have been the last person to be like, no, I'm not
It was
doing
dark, and everybody, most
was
of the
dark.
It
people.
was the 60s.
Well, no, well,
Well, the hot tub was lit up, so
everybody, most of the people just did it while they're
They
in the
were
hot
all
tub.
lit
Nobody,
up.
it wasn't like people like stood
No.
there and got naked.
No,
Well,
Well,
I
there
get
were a
that,
couple
yeah.
of those, but
yeah.
No, I get that.
and
but
also you have to realize like how much alcohol was involved. I mean, it was like none of us were so.
There's
well,
no way. I
never
would have
mind.
been. I would have been wasted. and
Probably
I would
3
have.
of them were sober. So
Yeah.
I would have been wasted. And I was like, "You guys are fucking crazy. I'm not taking my shorts off."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's we were amazed that it happened for sure. I mean, I'm with you on that. But there was also a time
Weird. You guys are creeps, man.
3 or 4
Yeah.
years before that, there was something that occurred also kind of naturally called the naked porch party, and that happened at like a play. Nobody was naked, but they're in their underwear.
and that happened like
Yeah,
so that would have
that's
been
still
you would have been like probably
Right.
okay with that, but
Yeah.
like everybody
Probably, yeah.
sat on a porch in what would that be called? South
The
Side.
south side of Youngstown.
Oh,
It was-
that place,
there were like
yeah.
15 of us on the front porch all night.
Oh,
In
that.
our underwear.
Okay, yeah. I was
And like
picturing a different
that
guy.
was like the night before we moved, and like that was probably, I don't know, that was like the tone of every party that ever happened
Yeah,
there.
that
And then,
was-
but what was crazy was like the next day when I was moving stuff out to the car, the like old lady who lived behind us who I'd never met before came out and was like, "Are you guys moving?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry about last night or anything." She's like, "What are you talking about? You guys have been the nicest neighbors. I never heard a peep out of you guys." And I was like, "Oh,
We
didn't get
we
to
should
know
have
very
relaxed
well.
the out of hand."
Like all the time. The record player was always like
Yeah,
turned all
someone
the
was
way up,
always
shaking
doing
the
something
house.
very loud.
Yeah.
It's so many dance parties.
Now, okay, same realization as the going to bars since we were young. All our parties have been like that. Every last
I think it's Mindy.
yeah, every last party we've ever had, we've been naked at. Every bar we've gone into, we've snuck into. Okay,
Yeah.
we're realizing that we're weird people as we tell these stories.
Yeah, it really is kind of
Hey, buddy.
weird.
Hey, buddy.
Get in on this podcast.
Short, Megacast. Get in there.
We were just
Hey,
telling.
Mindy. How's it going?
How are you?
Good. Nice to see you.
Mindy, tell us a story.
We were just
Sorry.
telling. We just told the story of naked porch party and naked hot tub party.
Oh, both of those parties were the best.
Yeah, I kind of wish you were there to add. You well, we just kind of rushed over it. Is there anything
We were all
specific?
naked and
yeah,
drunk.
that's about it.
That was
What else can we say? Yeah.
Oh,
places
right.
that we
Yeah.
shouldn't have been naked and drunk. Well,
And we were acting like that was an isolated incident, and then I mentioned naked porch party, and then Corey was like, "Actually, most of the South Side parties were in the vein
Well,
of."
and honestly, I mean, then after the naked porch party, you guys had one of your like fiesta parties at your house. I think it was
Where we
going
were
away house when you were
basically
moving away, and like we
naked.
did it again.
Yeah.
did
Like,
we get naked at that party?
I actually went skinny dipping in
You-
Washington.
oh, see, there you go.
We're-
Yeah, the
we're not
the
at all-
one with the mustaches. It was like me, you, Mike,
We're all just
Chris,
definitely
Matt
just
Latanzi.
like
People are crazy.
That was when the dean
So-
with the tent.
that.
Oh,
That was that night.
I remember that there was gin.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't
Wait.
believe you.
Is there ever a time you're not drinking gin?
Is there ever
I'm
a
not
time?
drinking gin right now, freaking.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Is there ever a time where we're not naked?
We're not
Oh yeah,
naked right
did,
now.
did
Yeah,
you
we
guys
are.
mention that we're naked now? or-
Yeah, we're all naked.
I
Yeah,
didn't
we're all
know if
naked.
when you started
Which
it.
is
Okay,
weird because
sorry.
we didn't start this podcast with like all the people that are in the room now, but they all were naked.
Yeah, we just like arrived.
Nobody
naked.
planned it.
Yeah,
That's just what we were
well,
playing.
you never do.
Yeah, we played ping pong naked, and you came home from work naked. Mindy arrived naked. That's what we do.
And we talked about that one time where
Remember the hot tub clothing
we
party?
were all so naked.
That was crazy. Remember that time we got into a hot tub and put our clothes on?
You guys put your clothes on?
Yeah, dude, you wouldn't have ever
ridiculous. I
stood
could
for
never
it.
do that.
You could have never stood for it.
Never do that.
Yeah, even if you had like
embarrassing.
8 beers in you, you'd be like, no, I'm not putting my clothes on.
Oh, Craig. Is it your birthday?
Yesterday.
Happy birthday. I didn't even know. How did I not know?
I don't know.
Is it your birthday? Yes.
Facebook failed
Today.
me. I didn't know. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
April
I see you guys
Fool's.
didn't
It's not
wait
your
for me for
birthday.
cake.
Craig.
We had said a surprise thing when he walked in.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well,
And
Well,
then,
they did.
and then he shoved his face into the cake.
Wait, is that purple-haired stripper coming tonight?
it's,
Back in
it's pink hair stripper.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna
Guys,
say.
don't get my hopes up. Don't get my hopes up. I've never seen her yet.
Worst birthday? What was your worst birthday?
Oh yeah, name your worst birthday.
Ooh.
That's a good.
That's a
there's
really good one.
Yeah.
Here's a good.
Which one?
Is it this one? That's
Let's go
happening
around
right now?
this. Let's go around the circle and just for a couple seconds each name like what happened to your worst.
The worst birthday?
Yeah.
I don't think I have any. Like, I don't even normally do that much for my birthday, so it's never that.
They're all the
One
worst.
day I should
Just
hold
like
a funnel
never
on
like
the
to-
Every day is the worst day of your life.
The worst birthday was the 25 of them that I did absolutely nothing.
Sounds like a great date to me.
So you're saying that
You would
every
think
day.
after
Which on
23
that
there,
day-
it gets kind of old.
Which 6 did you do stuff for?
What'd you say?
So which 6 birthdays did you do something for?
He's 30.
I might have embellished the number. It might be more like 30. I don't know.
Which one did you do?
Yeah. Today by
This
us,
one.
but getting him a cake is more than he's done at any of his other birthdays.
No, but someone actually had something bad happen on their birthday.
I've been sick, I guess.
My
But
grandma died on went to the
Is
hospital.
this why? Is this
Not my
why-
grandma. No, sorry, my uncle's mom went to the hospital on one of my birthdays when I was younger. That was one
I
of
think
the worst ones.
the Oklahoma City bombing was on my 3rd birthday.
So that's not that bad. No. You have anything crazy?
No, I mean, no. Last year I had like a toothache, remember? But
yeah.
still had a great birthday. But I guess that was the worst one. I don't know. I mean, Corey and Peppy forgot my birthday one year.
Hey.
Or they didn't forget. They
No.
broke up.
No. Oh, there was that one.
Oh,
I thought you were about to
Interesting.
say
Yeah.
the one when I first was around. I was gonna say, hey, I didn't know you that well, but so you did have
Oh, yeah,
another
that
battle
was- that
because
was
Peppy
Peppy.
forgot it was your birthday.
Corey and Peppy ruined my birthday like several times.
Well, I think we've made up for it
But
since.
they've made up for it since, and it's like really fun to tell the story. So I wouldn't say they were like bad birthdays, but those are things that have happened that I guess if I were more dramatic, I would be like, they ruined my birthdays. I am dramatic because I am telling the story.
No, but we want that
You
story.
were asked
We
for
want
that.
the story.
Yeah.
I was asked.
Yeah.
They got a puppy on my birthday one year. They were like, sorry, we can't hang out. But then Corey did end up coming out with me. And then they lost the dog, so karma.
Yeah. And then I was the one that lost the damn dog, so
And he was the one that came out with
so
me for my
so
birthday.
karma just
reluctantly.
really doesn't like me.
But that birthday got better because
Karma
we
the
saw a
pink-haired stripper?
penis.
I think so.
Awful birthday.
Some guy flashed his
God.
penis to us in the Taco Bell drive-thru.
So
Later
it was
that-
back on.
So it all balanced out.
What's
So
the?
it all worked out.
I don't see the issue.
No, there what? I'm saying
No,
it
that
was
was
a
the
good
positive.
Oh, right,
that was
right,
a
right.
positive note.
Gotcha.
I think
That was the high note of any of your birthdays.
That was like the good comment.
That was the best birthday I ever had.
That's
Did
strangers.
you guys remember that
Just
weird?
that part of
Yeah, right.
I remember just remembering old birthday parties. Remember, God, you and Peppy came to some. We stayed at the Holiday Inn for a night or something.
Oh, with
You
your
guys-
dad.
With my dad.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
we had a pool party? We were swimming in the pool at the Holiday Inn.
That
And
sounds
then
like fun.
we spent the night in a hotel room and we
Yeah.
played Monopoly.
Your dad like ordered us pizza and we played Monopoly.
He played Monopoly
Oh,
for 3 hours.
That was fun.
You don't
I did
remember
that for my
that?
birthday this year.
We did that
Mine's
for your
Monopoly.
birthday a couple times too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say that was a bad one, but that was.
Oh, no, I'm
yeah,
just-
yeah.
Yeah. We went to
You
SeaWorld
really
a couple
remember
times for
the
your birthday
3
too.
birthday events where I did something. That was one of them.
I remember
Yeah.
the dog that we're referring to was named Yoshi, and he was this little black lab. And I remember that once they lost that dog around that years ago now, that you, Craig, you were on your way to my place, and you said you were like, dude, should I call Peppy and be like, hey, Peppy, on my way here, I hit this black dog.
God, did I say that?
And I think I'm remembering this right. Maybe you just said it.
He said it to us like,
He said it to us in a suggestive joke to Peppy, and I was like, "Don't say that." And he like shut him down.
when he said it to me, he like,
Wait a
was
minute.
telling me. He was like, dude, I just hit
He was
this
joking
dog.
to
I was
you,
like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
You just hit a dog? He's like, yeah, I had this green band. And I was like, dude, that's Peppy's green band.
Did I
You're a
know?
monster.
Wait a minute.
You
Did I
knew that
know
his dog was lost. Yeah, you knew his dog was lost, and I think you pitched
So you
that
were
joke
making
to
a
us.
joke?
Well, he was
Craig.
pitching the joke to see if it will fly. At least it was considered.
I
in
think-
that
Yeah, at least
sense,
you
but-
were considered.
I think it's more a joke. It was
field
more a
it to
joke.
someone
I'm
else.
throwing it
To
to
us.
hell.
No, I'm not
I would
trying to-
never actually say that.
I'm not trying to
Like,
villainize
maybe
other
you would.
people. I'm not trying to villainize you, but I remember
I'm
saying,
directing
"Don't
that.
say it to Peppy. Don't say it to
Yeah,
whatever."
I'm directing
it was.
that to Mindy. I
In
would
fact, I
never
don't
even.
know that he's ever heard it, and it's good that he
I was gonna
left
say
now.
he just
Nobody,
left the room. So
nobody.
Oh no, you got to tell him now.
He'll hear it if
no,
I. Yeah,
he'll learn about it through this.
Yeah,
Oh, can I?
and he
tell
won't
him?
mind. If he won't
Now I
mind.
can actually tell
You
him.
can tell him now. It doesn't matter.
Wait, do we
time
all
with
get to
that.
do birthday podcasts?
I really don't think that
Birthday
he will
podcast.
care.
Yeah.
I think we should. Let me think
I want a
about it.
birthday podcast this year.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Mine's in 2 weeks.
Mine's at the end of May. We got it.
Oh,
all
we can't
lined
do
up.
that.
We could do
Alright,
that.
That's fine.
Ooh, I got something, man.
We're interviewing a
got
band
something
that
that day.
already broke up. And
Whatever.
that's not there.
Yeah, that actually is a good idea. Maybe somebody can just do birthday flashbacks on, or I don't know,
Birthday flashback.
or just talk
And
about what
maybe
it's like to
birthday
get
flash
older.
forwards.
And my questions will be like,
yeah.
do you feel
Shut up,
older?
good
And I'll be like, how old
Yeah.
are you?
How old do you feel?
Yeah.
When
Like-
was your worst birthday?
When was your
How
worst
old are
birthday?
your internal organs?
Yeah. How old's your maturity level?
My liver's
harvest your
45 at least.
Yeah, right.
I will harvest your organs.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's
Put you down
dark.
nice, nice and easy, and then harvest your organs.
Oh yeah.
You have a dark sense of humor.
And
This guy.
I'll harvest your xylophones as well.
God,
say again.
This podcast is over.
harvest your
Shut
xylophone.
up. Oh God, you're the worst person.
And I'll harvest your dulcimers.
Just turn the podcast off. It's
You're not
over.
allowed to
gonna
have
run
a
over here.
podcast anymore.
Do that,
Last
Mom.
thing, anybody?
Look, Mom.
Look, Mom, we're on a podcast.
Look, Mom, we're on a podcast.
Make us pizza. But Jack makes the crust.
Oh, it wasn't recording. Here, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Hey Ohio, this is Jimmy Martin from the Speaking of Music show at YouTube. Thanks for listening to The Nursery.